It's Valentine's Day. And you know what I love? The fucking trenches.
It's Short King Summer, dude. It just feels like no one in fantasy sports ever learns anything. Does he mistime it, or is Brock Bowers just a grown man? Brock Bowers is just a grown man. Dare I say, Rich, football might be back. In the words of Lane Johnson, this offense looks constipated. It's Short King Summer.
All right, boys. GM, happy Valentine's Day to you, or maybe happy sad Valentine's Day, happy Palentine's Day, happy Galentine's Day. I hope you all are you're all living the dream on this beautiful, frigid morning. We hopped in one early. My boy Buck, one of the 100 most successful drafters in Best Ball Mania last year, sent me a message, said he wanted to hop in, so we hopped in early. I not going to exclude you guys from the clip, though. No muss, no fuss, boys. We are in the streets, and we are cooking. This is big board 46 of 150. So I think if we are on our P's and Q's today, drafting quickly, I think that we should be able to get past number 100. I think we should be able to get past number 100. If we are able to get past number 100, that'll be a successful day. That is the day that I would want to live. So I hope that we all experience this simultaneously. Very funny to be streaming on Valentine's Day, given the proclivities of many of us in the fantasy football community, of course. The biggest best ball virgins allowed. We got some friends and family here. We have Braun88. We have Go AZ Cards. We have Dorito. We have Justin. We've got Goods. We've got Iconoclast 888, which I believe is Mr. Buck. Yes. Celebrity All-Star Game higher lowers in the Underdog Fantasy app. You want to get some action in on Celebrity All-Star Game this evening? You absolutely can do that. I am happy to take Amon-Ra St. Brown there. Kind of interesting, actually, these wide receivers on the turn. All right, Buck is P.H. Smith 8. That, frankly, I cannot take Henry that early. Maybe that's just me, man. I am more Henry pilled than I was, but taking Derrick Henry, taking a 31-year-old running back at the 1-2 turn, man, it pains me. It really does. I'm hoping that the Iconoclast does not like Ashton Genty. He doesn't. Iconoclast 888 selects Derrick Henry. So I will happily do Amon-Ra St. Brown and Ashton Genty. Big board 46 of 150. Yeah, we're definitely this draft is gonna cook, and we're gonna go fast today. We're gonna tick that number past 100 today. We are. They said it couldn't be done, and they lied. They lied. Yeah, Puka CMC. I was thinking about this for a good clickbait title for one of these videos. This, to me, my opinion, this is one of the best second rounds I can ever remember. AJ Brown, love to click him. Derrick Henry, I don't love to click him, but certainly insanely high ceiling. Ashton Genty, love to click him. London actually did smash once Penix came in and is a little bit cheaper than he was last year. McCaffrey, theoretically, the number one running back in fantasy, I think. I mean, if I told you right now, CMC guaranteed 17 games, aren't we jamming him as the 101? Truly, if you knew McCaffrey was playing 17 games, I think you'd have to make him the 101. Lad McConkey, Sure, I mean, maybe he'll only score 7 touchdowns, but he certainly could he could lead the NFL in target share. Tyreek Hill has been the wide receiver 1 before. McLaurin is a terrible second-round pick. Look, I've taken him. I don't want to have 0 of him, but let's just be real. Terry McLaurin is a very bad second-round pick. Brock Bowers, very good second-round pick. Huge favorite to be smashing as the tight end 1. Jonathan Taylor, another former number 1 overall pick who was on the top 8 teams in Best Ball Mania last season. T. Higgins, the guy you needed in Best Ball Mania last season. Josh Jacobs, a former number 1 overall running back finisher. Breece Hall, a former first-round pick. Garrett Wilson, a former first-round pick. I mean, I think the second round is, compared to how we felt about it last year. I mean, I think we just have to feel phenomenally good about the second round this year. I think the second round is incredible this year. The second round could be the best second round of recent memory. I mean, obviously my brain doesn't go that far back. Yeah, that's, you know what, Kirk, this is the better way to put it. I love the rounds 2 to 3 this year as much as I hated them last year. Really, that's exactly where I'm at. These picks in the second round, I'm like, oh, dude, DJ Moore, Ben Johnson, absolutely. Xavier Worthy, absolutely. Bucky Irving, absolutely. Trey McBride, sure, why not? You know what? We're gonna do a running back start, and I'm gonna take James Cook instead of Chase Brown because I was just scrolling through some teams last night in bed, and I realized I have Chase Brown a ton with Genti, so I don't want to be too overweight on that pairing. And I would love to select Devonta Smith. I get to select Devonta Smith, Ashton Jeanty, James Cook, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and Devonta Smith. That is quite a good start. Yes, if Marvin Harrison did have 1,000 yards last year instead of 885, he would be in the second round. You Rusty Shackelford, no ball. That is 100% true. I think in the next 5 years, players from rounds 1 through 4 will be first-round picks. I don't know what that means, but I'm happy to have you expand on that idea. Yep, I think this is about right. I mean, frankly, if I was to do my rankings with no ADP bias, no market wastage, I would have Worthy and DJ Moore replacing Ladd McConkey and Terry McLaurin. I was pretty proud of this. I was pretty proud of this. Love what you do, and you'll draft every day of your life. I was pretty proud of that. Yes, 100%. Garrett Wilson, much better player than Terry McLaurin. Don't even know if they're even in the same tier of player. In fact, I would say they probably are not. If Tyreek hits his ceiling this year, he has top 1 wide receiver in his range of outcomes very, very easily. Well, other than the fact that Worthy is better on a better offense, faster, more explosive, better offensive coordinator, better quarterback, more productive. I don't know. Maybe you just don't watch football or whatever, and that's fine. Not everyone has to watch football. Yeah, I think the opposite of this. The way that offenses are going, there are so few players who earn a large portion of their team's offense. Terry McLaurin is a bad pick because his production has always been touchdown driven. He is not a significant target earner. His target spikes have been with horrible competition. He generated 13 touchdowns last season. If he scores 13 touchdowns again, then I'll be very wrong. But just for example, he was only able to out-earn Zach Ertz in targets by 20%. When he shared the field with Noah Brown, he was only able to out-earn Noah Brown in target share by 3%. So I think Terry McLaurin was a really, really smart pick. I think the people who hit Terry last year, I think they saw where the puck was going. I think that Terry McLaurin in the second round is classic. What we just saw was always going to happen and is going to continue to happen again. But hey, man, I've been wrong many times before, and I will probably be wrong again, which I am happy to be wrong. It is what it is. Let's go Pickens. Set up another Fields team. Worthy is, I don't know, probably as a player, Worthy is probably like, what, 2 times better than Terry or something? Like if you just put them in a lab, like Worthy was better in college. Worthy was better as a rookie. Yeah, Worthy's just a lot better. But to be fair, Worthy will play on a less fantasy-friendly offense. The Chiefs will almost certainly score fewer points in the regular season next year than the Commanders. The thing that Worthy could bank would be Kelsey retiring. If Kelsey, I'd ask you to check the box scores again, brother. Yeah, McLaurin, I think McLaurin, oh wow, Hampton here is that is a nice team. Genty, Cook, Hampton, St. Brown, Devonta Smith, George Pickens. So Xavier Worthy led the entirety of the NFL playoffs in every receiving statistic: yards, receptions, touchdowns. I think Jared, you're having a hard time moving off your priors from watching Worthy at Texas, maybe. Yes, I mean, really, Peppertoni. There you go. So the Commanders generated 25 passing touchdowns. Terry McLaurin scored 13 of them. If you think that's who Terry McLaurin is, then he is a great pick where he's going. If you take out the last quarter of the Super Bowl, he still leads. Yeah. Well, man, to each their own. I tend to be a little bit more data-driven about these things, but sometimes you could just draft players you like, and that works as well. Yeah, and I actually don't think this. I think that Jaden Daniels will probably get better, frankly. The thing I would be concerned about for the Commanders would be Cliff, right? It would be Cliff had early success in Arizona and then got worse. Kyler had that one phenomenal season with Cliff, and then it really fell off a cliff. In 2019, they were, what were they? Oh, no, in 2020, they were quite good. Actually, he strung together 2 good years, so shout out to him. It was that last year in Arizona where it all fell apart. Yeah, and if Daniels gets even better, the real concern you would have with Terry would be, what if they sign a guy who can actually earn targets? Yeah, I mean, Chris Godwin to the Commanders would be good for Daniels. It would be very bad for McLaurin. Who is the best target competition that Terry McLaurin has ever played with? That's a good question. I can't really think off the top of my head who that would be. Well, if Rashee Rice plays 10 plus games, sure, but you have to balance that. Curtis Samuel, I guess. Have not seen a ton of these, but I'm sure they're relatively, and that, I mean, to be frank, a lot of the reason why I don't like McLaurin is being biased because he was such a mediocre prospect. But the Ohio State guys often show up as mediocre prospects. I'm going to take Josh Downs there. So I have all my favorite idiot quarterbacks set up, Justin Fields and Justin Fields and Anthony Richardson. I would actually maybe take... Who would I take? Oh, Andrews, would be a smash here. McLaurin is not doubled that. McLaurin is not doubled that high. Double coverage really never happens in the NFL. Oh man, Chris Thompson was awesome. Like true double coverage is fairly rare in the NFL. I can pull up the PFF stuff here in a second after I make this pick. Goff is definitely who I want here. Bang. Jared Goff. Oh. All right. We have got Jared Goff, Ashton Genty, James Cook, Amarian Hampton, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Devonta Smith, George Pickens, and Josh Downs. All right. Let's pull up targets per route run. Minimum. Let's go 300 routes. So Terry McLaurin was... Oh, he's not even on the first page. Terry McLaurin, amongst wide receivers, was 35th in targets per route run on 85% of the routes. In terms of... I'm going to pull up PFF now. Premium stats by position, wide receiver, GM. Yeah, people really like people really like Shipley. I don't love it, but I've been taking him a little bit. Let's go yards per route run, minimum 50% of 171. Terry was 21st in yards per route run. You know, kind of in the Jameson Williams, Devonta Smith range. I mean, just frankly, that is where I place him in the hierarchy. Like if I was ranking in terms of talent, I'd say he's right about these group of guys. Old Devonta Smith, Jameson Williams, Devonta Smith. You know, that's just kind of where I place him. Well, is Matthew Golden going to be last year's AD Mitchell, or is Isaiah Bond going to be last year's AD Mitchell? Sure. I mean, the thing is McLaurin has just never been this guy in his career. Never been a big, crazy target earner, never been a big, crazy spike week guy. You know, and that's fine, but you're just paying through the absolute nose for him. You know, he had a lower target share than Marvin Harrison. You know, contested catch rate, McLaurin, very good at it. Yeah, McLaurin and Mike Evans, both very similar. Looks like 6 or yeah. So that is definitely a skill. All right. I'm not taking Michael Pittman Jr. I'm going to take Dallas Goedert. Oh, you know what? Definitely. Terry is the Randy Moss of Allen Robinson's. That is very astute, Peppertoni. That is exactly what he is. My thoughts on Ladd at ADP is that my thoughts on Ladd at his average draft position is man, you really better hope he scores 10 touchdowns, because he has like a terrible average depth of target and target tree for half point PPR. Man, are they going to make me? They are going to make me take Marvin Mims again. They are going to. It's sickening. It's sick. Every day I wake up and I say, please don't make me take Marvin Mims again. And then they make me take Marvin Mims again. I did not know this. Worthy is a TikToker? That makes me like him a little bit less, frankly. Okay, never mind. I don't have to take him. All right, let's just get you know what? I have like no DeAndre Swift. Sure. None. I think if Jaden takes a step forward, you could argue it's like not that good for the Terry scored half of his team's passing touchdowns. That is so unbelievably rare for that to happen. You know? See, I kind of like JSN more than Ladd, but a part of that is Kubiak related, and Kubiak could be, you know, that it could have all been a fraud. Those 2 games could have been insanely fraudulent. How about it, bro? Kevontae Turpin ran more routes and had a higher targets per route run than Marvin Mims last year. Let me guess off the top of my head. 8.6. I can search. I got it pulled up right now. That's just my guess. 10.7. All right, I stand corrected. I stand corrected on Mr. McConkey. Where is that, relatively speaking? Let me change the route number here. All right, amongst players, where is Ladd in the targets per route run spectrum? All right, amongst players with 24% targets a route run better, Ladd had a better average depth of target than Garrett Wilson, than Jamar Chase, than Khalil Shakir, than Cooper Kupp, than Amon-Ra St. Brown, than Juwan Jennings. All right, I stand corrected. I take it back, and I stand corrected. Yeah, DeAndre Swift is probably never going to be the guy you need, but what if he is? Sawston, have you thought about it? Have you thought, what if he is? Hey, it's important to be honest. I mean, I'm taking Mims every time too, but man, I'm somehow going to end up with 35% Marvin Mims, and he's just going to be the new Dontavian Wicks. Yeah, frankly, I got to be honest, Jared. The main reason why I don't like McLaurin is that he's 30 now. All right. I'm just going to take Hollywood. I got to move Kelsey down in my rankings a lot because I'm just never taking him. Let me pull up my ranking sheet today. So instead of just saying I need to do this in my rankings, I can just do it on the show. Hollywood does feel like a layup for me right there. Yeah, I also think Kelsey is probably going to retire. Thoughts on Marshawn Lloyd? If you just got to draft the roster spot, so if you just got to draft Green Bay running back 2, Marshawn Lloyd would be a really good pick, but you don't get to do that. So I have quite a hard time personally clicking the button on Marshawn Lloyd because I can just tell myself a story. Are you freaking kidding me, dude? Are you kidding me? That is so annoying. Oh, God. All right, I really did not want to take Fields there. Why did Iconoclast take him? Who did he have? Did he have Pittman? Unstacked Anthony Richardson, bro. Yes, but this is basically the point, though. The Packers could just very easily be like, you know what, Marshawn Lloyd, thank you for your service in which you never played for us at all. We are actually going to take Damian Martinez in the 4th round, and Damian Martinez is going to be our second running back. I am taking... So, Chris, this is an interesting question. When I get there, I have Zay ranked highest. But if this follow my trend of thought, if this makes sense, I take Rome because I want to take Caleb, and I don't take Addison as much because I don't want McCarthy as much. Yeah, I am just absolutely jamming the Richardson. I'm jamming Richardson and I'm jamming Fields because once it becomes clear that they're starting quarterbacks, guess what? The fake sharp fantasy community pumping them way back up again. Once the projections start to come out, once once Leone comes on, once Gretsch starts pumping out Stealing Signals 2025 content. Yeah, I don't take Fields. I don't take Flowers very often either, but not because I dislike him or think he's bad or anything like that. But it's just it's hard to it's hard for me to take a wide receiver knowing I can't stack them. This is actually a great spot to take Isaiah Bond. Yeah. I mean, I'm still taking him at... I mean, look. Isaiah Bond, what is his actual ADP? 149. Isaiah Bond, man, cannot possibly be a worse pick than Xavier Restrepo, who's like a no second gear... He's like a no second gear slot wide receiver. Man, it's just not for me, bro. Not for me. I'm gonna take Pat Freiermuth here. Fields double. Oh, I mean, look, if the Colts add Darnold, it's over. Colts add Darnold, Richardson, undraftable, 0. Send it away. But if they add Jameis, if they add... Well, here's a good one that'll totally ruin me. What if Justin Fields is let go by the Steelers and signs with the Colts? And you have... I've been telling Karain this for weeks. The Colts should have a quarterback room. Anthony Richardson, Justin Fields, Jalen Milroe. Ooh. I have not heard this take flown out yet. From Pittsburgh, R Pink 53 says, I think it's very likely Fields gets a ton of attention in free agency and chooses another team. Justin, the call is coming from inside the house. As in my house. I'm the one making the call. So, well, I was going to say, Zach, you're saying I should draft Darnold on this team? Sadly, I saw Indy had a "we're not signing Rodgers" billboard up the other day. That's very funny. Someone asked about RJ Harvey earlier. I'm sorry I missed it. I'm a little bit late to the RJ Harvey party, but I'm in. Well, the thing with Fields is he can actually make good money this year because did they not pick up his option? Is Fields an unrestricted free agent or a restricted free agent right now? They didn't pick up his option, so he's just a free agent. I'm gonna take Javonte again. The reporting has been the Steelers, Jerry Dulac. Yes, this is correct, Benny. You're right. Yeah, you're right. The reporting has been the Steelers are going to choose one or the other of Russ or Fields, and then move on from the other one. Come on, Iconoclast. Take someone I don't... Actually, I'm fine with either one of these guys you give me. I'm good with Higgins or with Besh. All right. I'm lighter on Besh recently. Yeah, Goods. You're the one who got me woke to Javonte. I believe Pittsburgh is the number one leader on DraftKings. Rodgers to Pittsburgh is like plus 200. Anthony Richardson's price, it's either, here's the deal with Richardson's price, it's definitely wrong one way or the other. It's either way too low or way too high. Because there's no way Richardson should really be a 12th round pick. If Richardson plays, he is a way better fantasy pick than Michael Penix or Bryce Young, right? Why are we drafting Javonte? Really, all I've got for you, Mr. Sorensen, he's like the third best free agent running back. And you could tell me that a team thinks that he's better than Najee. You could tell me that some team brings in him and Najee, and they're like, you know what? This dude is way better than Najee Harris. Yeah, what if Richardson doesn't work out and they change him to tight end just like Taysom? So wow, Justin Fields is an unrestricted free agent. I really frankly did not realize that. I mean, I guess I did in the back of my head. But Fields being an unrestricted free agent could lean to him signing a Jameis Williams contract. Well, the thing is, I think they both stink. But I'll tell you this. I think the market is going to like Javonte and Najee more than Aaron Jones. That's my opinion. And those guys are like the three best free agent running backs. Aaron Jones is, I think, 29 with that bum quad. So I kind of get the sense that they're going to earn more money. Richardson would definitely be the best quarterback in this draft class by a lot. Yeah, Chad, I kind of had this same feeling. I think I need to tone it down just a smidge. All right, this is for Pressers. This is for Pressers Radio. Demario Douglas. Well, yeah, but NFL teams have told us they don't want Jameis Winston, and we like him when he starts. NFL teams have told us they don't want Sam Darnold. NFL teams have told us they don't want Baker Mayfield. No, that is crazy. That is crazy that you think Shadur is a better prospect than Anthony Richardson. Shadur is like a less accurate Tua. I definitely need another tight end. I'm just too heavy on rookies here. I wouldn't, yeah, Gesicki is a good pick on this team. Gesicki, I think, by the way, might have priced himself out of Cincinnati. Huh. Purdy, that's another comp I've heard. But, man, do you want Purdy outside of a Shanahan system? Exactly. We've seen him stink in the NFL, so the way we think about him is different. Yeah, I like the Dinger T-Bear. Dinger is a fun contest. I've been enjoying it. Also, yes, Purdy is better. That's another thing. The running back class is so good that a couple of these guys are gonna lose out. Their contracts are not gonna be what they think. One of these guys is gonna have to sign a 1-year deal, and it's gonna stink. This also makes no sense to me, how Shadur is so slow compared to his dad. I mean, I don't get how genetics work, but yeah, Jermaine Burton got evicted again. Something is wrong. Something is wrong with Jermaine Burton. I don't know what it is, but something is not right. That's also true. Jerry Rice Jr. Jerry Rice Jr. never got on an NFL field. I think he got a practice squad contract with the Ravens. I did find that unfortunate fact out last year when I was drafting Brendan Rice. All right. The 2024 War Room silver medalist. Hey, there you go. Thaddeus Moss. True. Thaddeus Moss. All right. We have got Jared Goff, Justin Fields, Ashton Genty, James Cook, Amarian Hampton, DeAndre Swift, Javonte Williams, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Devonta Smith, George Pickens, Josh Downs, Hollywood Brown, Isaiah Bond, Jack Besh, Demario Douglas, Dallas Goedert, Pat Freiermuth, and Mike Gesicki. Well, I was going to take Derek Carr, but I guess I'm taking Russell Wilson. So now we have both fake Steelers quarterbacks on this team. Oh, yeah. I mean, for me, Najee would be like the running back 9 in this class, maybe. If you're an NFL team, would you rather have Scattaboo? Would you rather have Scattaboo or would you rather have Najee? I think I'd rather have Scattaboo. Rudman told me that he met Scattaboo in New Orleans. Scattaboo was down there for the Super Bowl, and Rudman said he wasn't that big. So how about that? Who the fuck is Nick Rodman? Is there any adult running back here? Not really. No adult I like. I'm taking Rashard Smith. All right. Final team. Jared Goff, Justin Fields, Russell Wilson, Goff with St. Brown, Fields or Russell Wilson with Pickens and Freiermuth. Running back room, Ashton Genty, James Cook, Amarian Hampton, DeAndre Swift, Javonte Williams, Rashard Smith, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Devonta Smith, George Pickens, Josh Downs, Hollywood Brown, Isaiah Bond, Jack Besh, Demario Douglas, Dallas Goedert, Pat Freiermuth, Mike Gesicki. Pretty good team. I think. We love to see it. Shout out to Zach. Hypothetical. Najee gets a mid-level running back contract from a team, but they also take Devin Neal in the 4th round. I'll tell you what. 3 years, $18 million. Najee goes to be a 7th round pick. Devin Neal is a 14th round pick when BBM opens, and they slowly spend the rest of the time converging. Very, very similar to Gus Edwards and Kamani Vidal. It's Gus Edwards, Kamani Vidal over again. See, I do not think this. I do not think Najee is going to get a shockingly large contract. I think he's going to get a very average contract. Big board, 47 and 150. All right, folks. You all did a phenomenal job in the first draft. Phenomenal job. We are cooking. Historical anomalies, you know what? Just for you, brother.
The Davis Mattek YouTube channel is made possible by viewers like you. Every subscriber, memby, and super chat goes to ensuring Davis doesn't have to work at State Farm. Thank you.
Yeah, De'Ami Brown's gonna get 1 year, $4 million. Oh no. I'm the one messing up the draft right now. There we go. Justin Jefferson. I'm not really that high on Tracy, frankly. Memby is so good. Yeah, I think Tracy is another one of these guys that's like pretty live to get replaced. De'Ami Brown does feel like a chief. Yeah, sadly, De'Ami Brown feels extremely chiefy. I'm not really that woke to Jarquez Hunter. Maybe he'll be one of these guys at the combine. We have the combine coming, not this weekend, not next weekend, but the weekend after. It's so true. Tracy's weird because he could like easily get replaced, and like Tracy could be like, "Oh, he was a nice story. Remember when the converted wide receiver from IUPUI, it's not actually where he went to school, but it's just funny in my head to say that, led the Giants in rushing." Or it could be Tyrone Tracy was a converted wide receiver who just like immediately led his team in rushing. Of course he was an ascending superstar. He's a 4% exposure blanket guy for me, I think. I would prefer to take Jonathan Taylor here, but I will take Ladd if I need to. Jonathan Taylor, bang. Very, very easily. Yeah, Tracy could be the Eric Johnson of Antonio Gibson's. I'm not really taking Wandale, my great short king. This scoring system is just not friendly for our short kings. I don't think I've ever taken Yoshi, sadly, because I actually took a lot of Yoshi in Best Ball Mania last year. I really liked him, but he cannot earn targets at the NFL level. Well, I mean, Wandale is perfectly fine. Yes, Wandale is a great adult in the room ass pick, 100%. Yeah, Goods nails it. You only take Wandale, like I just took DeMario Douglas in the last one. Same deal. Sidekick wants Jacobs. I'm gonna tell the sidekick to eat shit, and I'm gonna take JSN probably, assuming WD Simp does not. Actually, you know what? Whatever. I'll just do it. High T start here. Oh, WD Simp sniping worthy for me, bro. Brutal. I'm not assuming that Higgins is gone. It sounds like Higgins is just gonna get replaced, but also Yoshi Voss got to play without T. Higgins and did nothing. T. Higgins was banged up and missed a ton of games. Yoshi Voss, he I guess he did get decent amount of red zone targets, but he was just never a target earner in that offense, and I don't imagine. I mean, he maxed out his best game. He did get 7 targets against the Commanders, and that was a game that T did not play. 6 for 118 and 2 for Chase, 5 for 52 and 1 for Yoshi, 4 for 47 for Gesicki in that game. Well, JSN could score touchdowns. You know, he could, brother. What if he does? I mean, he scored decent last year. Yeah, in half PPR, 6 wide receiver, he's totally fine. I'm not outright fading him. I don't know. I think he's wide receiver 75. Yoshi Boss is. JSN is a yak guy. JSN is extremely good at yak, brother. Yak per reception last season. Jackson Smith and Jigba 4.8 yards after catch per reception, which was 16th best in the NFL. He had more yards after catch than AJ Brown, more yards after catch than McConkey, more than Garrett Wilson, more than Malik Neighbors, more yards after the catch than Malik Neighbors. I would say that's pretty good. It does sound that way. Yeah, Greg Rosenthal said that yesterday, and Greg Rosenthal is super plugged in to the Los Angeles Rams. Greg Rosenthal's old boss is married to Les Snead. Crazy conviction there, but Greg Rosenthal's old boss married to Les Snead. Sack, it's not that confusing to me because making things up on the internet is fun. It is very fun to just make shit up. I just take Neighbors when he's there. No, Rosenthal said, I do remember this. Rosenthal didn't say he was going to miss the whole season. I did this yesterday. Taking Rashee Rice as your wide receiver too. It's too thin. Rosenthal said the vibes around Puka's knee was bad, and it was. It was you had, if you blink, you were gonna miss it. But he said it in a clip, and we talked about it a lot on this channel. And his ADP didn't really move, and we were kind of consciously fading Puka at that point and higher on Cup. I have no idea. Waddle, bang. I kind of like Waddle. No, I do like Waddle actually. I think last year's stuff with the Dolphins can be pretty easily explained by everything got out of rhythm. Terrible offense. They'd changed quarterbacks 3 times. 2 is in, he's out, he's back. Just like a lost season. Tyreek stunk. Everyone stunk other than A-Chain and Jonnu. And I also think that Mike McDaniel, I always want to say McDonald. Mike McDaniel is a good coach, and Jalen Waddle is a good player, and therefore he should be treated as such. GM, Chris. 2.2 yards per route run is good. The bar for yards per route run is like 2. Yeah, Waddle could easily be the PPR scam instead of Jonnu. I don't think Tyreek leaves because it's kind of hard to work money-wise. Tyreek Hill is, 31 now? Tyreek Hill is going to turn 31 actually on March 1st. He counts $28 million against the cap. If he's released, he can save the Dolphins $12 million. Oh, actually, no, he cost them extra money. It's pretty tough. It's pretty tough for him not to be a Dolphin. I did not re-upload my rankings. Yeah, all right, Calvin Ridley. I did not re-upload my rankings to the Sidekick, but I did move Debo and Brandon Ayuk both down a good bit in my rankings. Truth serum take. I haven't looked at yards per route run from the 2024 season. I think that's fine. You pay people to do that for you. Tyreek does have to regret it to some degree that he left Kansas City. I mean, I'm good he got his money, whatever. I mean, I don't really like Tyreek as a person all that much. He's fine. But it's got to be brutal to watch your team, your old team, win 2 consecutive Super Bowls, go to 3 Super Bowls without you. What would be an ideal quarterback? I mean, it's probably Darnold, isn't it? What quarterbacks do I have set up? I have a lot of quarterbacks set up, so I can take Igbuka here. What would if you are a big Puka guy, who do you want? Who do you want? Theoretically, who is available? Maybe, yeah, I guess it's Darnold. I guess it's Darnold or Rodgers. Darnold or Rodgers is who you want. Yeah, he probably doesn't. Carr would work, but it's Darnold would definitely be one. Darnold would definitely be one. Oh, James, it's what I thought until yesterday. I thought this was true until yesterday. Trick question. Stafford is going nowhere. I thought this until yesterday. I don't think that is true anymore. The most plugged in Rams reporter that I know said this: it's not getting enough attention that Stafford appears way more likely than not gone. Also, I'd be stunned if they got a top 5 pick for him. So I am cautiously leaning towards Stafford not being a Ram next. Jackson Dart to the Rams would be really good for me, but probably not that good for the Rams. Jackson Dart is not that good. He's fine. He's kind of Bo Nixie. Yeah, Kyle McCord. Actually, Will Howard would be a very McVay pick too. Darnold is officially gone in my mind. There's no way. It's true, dude. He doesn't know about jet fuel melting steel beams, coolers. No chance. He could learn a lot from Aaron Rodgers. Well, Fields would be about as bad as it could get. There would not be a worse outcome than Justin Fields for Puka Nacua drafters. Wow, is this a crazy? Is this the fall that I'm? No, it's not a huge fall. No reason to take Baker. Sure, we'll take Mark Andrews. Why not? Yeah, KOC said Darnold deserves to explore what it means to be a Pro Bowl quarterback. Yeah, I just think it would be insane malpractice to see what Darnold did in the 2 biggest games of the season and be like, you know what? We just took a quarterback in the first round, but let's never play those guys. All right. Dang, I wish I would have had a 49ers wide receiver because I would love to just take Purdy here, but there is actually no point. And I can't even take Caleb Williams because Caleb Williams went. I don't want naked Baker. I guess I could just get second tight end out of the way right here. Sure, whatever. We'll take David Njoku. We'll get second tight end out of the way right now. Back-to-back tight end clicks. Don't do that very often. Yeah, if Puka's ADP is going to fall a good bit if they go with any rookie quarterback. it's gonna be tough. Yeah, also, this is true, but if Stafford doesn't want to play, he doesn't want to play. Yeah, DJ and Puka are kind of different, though. If you want Puka, if you're a big Puka guy, you want someone who's like consistently getting the ball out on time, letting him get yak and stuff. I mean, not that Puka would go to 0, but and I like Justin Fields more than your average bear, but he kind of did, honestly. Yeah, he did kind of. No, Tyler Warren is above average for me, but I'm kind of backing off on taking him because Loveland seems like the NFL likes him about as much. Yes, I mean, certainly if you're a big Puka drafter, you definitely would prefer Stafford. Dalton is so old and immobile and slow now. But yeah, this is what it sounds like. It does sound like Colston Loveland is going to go top 20. All right, we are through 9 rounds. We have Jonathan Taylor, Josh Jacobs, Justin Jefferson, Rome Odunze, Jalen Waddle, Calvin Ridley, Emeka Egbuka, Mark Andrews, and David Njoku. We are, I guess we're pretty far behind at quarterback. This could maybe be a fun Dak team. Take Tolbert late. Missing on Caleb is just very annoying. All right, well, I'm gonna take. Am I gonna take Tua? No, I'm gonna take DeAndre Swift. Well, yeah, you were watching Michigan play football, exactly. I mean, that's crazy, brother. Warren and Loveland, to me, looks all right. No, better than all right. He looks quite good. But you got to evaluate guys from the context of the offenses that they're playing in. All right, this is going to be another crappy quarterback team. Just time after time, these brutal quarterback teams. You hate to see it. Oh, Tua, welcome to the team. Definitely going to be a 3 quarterback team. Always. Hey, man, Jason Morrow was awesome. I meant to look up the... I'm going to look up the blocking grades for Loveland, because I'm just going to guess that he was probably very good at blocking, and the person who said he is not good at blocking is wrong. Run blocking grade for Loveland. Oh, actually, not really that good. That is interesting. Really bad run blocking grade from Colston Loveland. Would you have guessed that? I would not have guessed a Michigan tight end would be bad at blocking. You were right, and I was wrong, bro. That is legitimately surprising to me. 55.5 run blocking grade his final season. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to not get a Yes. Yeah, Fishkeeper, you're in there, brother. As long as your Discord and your Twitch accounts are linked, you are in the Discord, boss. So all you have to do, if you subscribe at twitch.tv/DavisMattek, you just can link your accounts. Well, I think because it is the TakeCast Discord, Benny. It's got the black and white logo. Yeah, I think mostly Mostly Sanders with Neighbors. Bannon is this year's Senate. Oh, don't say that, dude. Why did you just say that to me? That was so brutal. All right, JJ McCarthy, we did it. We kind of saved the quarterback room here. We got Tua and McCarthy with Jonathan Taylor, Josh Jacobs, DeAndre Swift, Justin Jefferson, Roma Dunze, Jalen Waddle, Calvin Ridley, Emeka Egbuka, Mark Andrews, and David Njoku. We kind of saved it. Fishkeeper, ping me if you have any questions. If it doesn't work, you can send me a message on Twitter or on Discord, and I will make sure to get you in. Sometimes this happens with both YouTube and with Twitch, but sometimes it just doesn't work. Sometimes the accounts do not link properly. I can have a little bit of Rico Dowdle here. This is a good Rico Dowdle team. What's the record that they both broke, Ben? What record did Senate break? Yeah, Senate went to my school. Senate went to Kansas State University. If Travis Hunter only gets packages, then yeah, he's one of the worst picks on the board. But conversely, Pepper Tony, what if he only gets packages on defense? What if he plays third downs on defense and is a starter on offense? Then he's the best pick on the board. What are the odds we get a 2022 season out of Diggs? 0%. 0%. Senate, highest percentage of a team's offense by a fullback since 1958. I mean, that's not true, but it's very funny. Jamal Agnew, this is true. Jamal Agnew taught himself how to play wide receiver by watching YouTube videos. 100% true story. Sounds like a lie. It's true. Let me find the story. Jamal Agnew, wide receiver, YouTube videos. Jamal Agnew learns to play wide receiver. I gotta find this. It's a great article. I think so. Wide receivers do get paid more on average, but shutdown corners also get paid a lot of money. Ooh, I don't even know who to take here. Can I just take Sam Darnold? This is a good Shadur team. Let's see what happens with Shadur. If Hunter is mostly a cornerback, then you flush the 10th round pick, which is likely anyways, regardless of who you draft. If he's a wide receiver, you have a wide receiver 1 or 2 in the 10th. The thing is, you have to assign probability, and I think it is more likely. I think it's more likely that he plays corner. I don't think Shadur is going to be a very good starting quarterback, but he's going to be fine. He'll be fine for fantasy. He's a fine 14th round pick in this format. And when you have these crappy quarterbacks, you definitely need 3. Sure, yeah, you do not want to be flushing 10th round picks, certainly. I don't have any rookie wide receivers yet, do I? No, I have Igbuka, but that's not going to stop me. I'm taking Jayden Higgins anyway. I only have 3 rookies on the whole team. True, Shadur is a very good processor. I would say this. I am not a Shadur hater relative to some people say some crazy out-of-pocket stuff about Shadur, which I think is like honestly a little bit of just a smidgen of like racism, frankly, with quarterback breakdowns. It just always kind of is displeasing to me. You know what I think what it is? I think it's that it's so jarring to see a black quarterback who is Deion Sanders' kid play in the pocket. I just think that's very jarring. It's so not what you would expect when you are like You're like, you know what? I want to watch Deion Sanders' kid play quarterback. And you're like, oh, he's got to be doing all this crazy shit, and he's ducking and he's diving and he's moving and he's jumping over guys. But that's not what he does. He kind of just sits back and delivers his throw. Great point. Although, Giraffe, do you know this? This was mind blowing to me. Did you know? I'm sure everyone knew this but me. I thought this whole time that Arch was Peyton's kid. Yeah, you knew. Everyone knows. Everyone knew this but me. I think this thirsting over I'm gonna take DJ Giddens. I think this thirsting over Cooper's kid is so funny. You never know. You never know what you're going to find in the YouTube chat on a given day. Yeah, this is what they're all telling me. It's true. He's I guess maybe that's the way you view it. He's Archie's grandkid, so how bad could he possibly be? But I did this whole time until last week. I literally thought it was Peyton's kid. All right, this team probably needs another adult at wide receiver. We'll take we're double Iowa State. Jalen Noel. Yeah, I mean, I think it's Tim says he still gives credence to the children of Hall of Famers. It is a huge advantage. Like 50% of NBA players now are children or nephews or nieces of nieces, LOL, NBA players. What about the Luka trade, bro? What about it? Yeah, I mean, quarterback, like, look at this dude. Like, I got Shadur right before Geno, after Fields. It is just very funny because last season was such a nepo baby draft. I mean, probably took the Brendan Rice thing too far. No, not me. I would never take a bit too far. What are the best comps? Oh, what did I think about it? I thought for the Luka trade that Nico Harrison basically made the dumbest trade in NFL history or NBA history. I mean, just insanely stupid, short-sighted, to the point that I wonder if there is some sort of vast conspiracy. Like, it doesn't make sense from a basketball perspective. It doesn't make sense from a value. I just do not understand it. He's Luka's better than Anthony Davis right now, and he's 7 years younger. This was my favorite take of all time because it was my take. I did know Amir Coffey played for the Clippers, of course. I still play NBA DFS a lot, so I know all this stuff. Dallas won't win a championship, but sure, if they do win a championship, I wish nothing but love and success for Nico Harrison. But it ain't gonna happen. LaQuint Allen. It ain't gonna happen for Dallas because Kyrie is not a good enough defender to be your only primary ball handler. Then you gotta do like their backcourt is not defensively stout enough. Now, Luka was not a quote-unquote good defender, but he's big. And being big in the NBA is worth a lot. Kyrie Kyrie is slight. Yeah, the Mavs just lost Gafford, and guess what? They also just lost Anthony Davis. Who could have possibly predicted Anthony Davis would have gotten injured? You know? Hey, man, Luka Doncic got a little bit of love handles, bro. Should teach them not to be a love handle supremacist. All right, we need an adult in this wide receiver room. Wandale is gone. Let's do... Well, you know what? We have J.J. McCarthy. I guess let's do Jalen Naylor. Got to be the first time I've taken Jalen Naylor. It's not exactly what it means, but yes, Hunter did go to the combine as a wide receiver. We did some research on this yesterday. He's still going to do some of the wide receiver drills, so it sounds like he's going to do the gauntlet as a wide receiver, which is the drill where they run across the field and you catch it and the ball comes from this way, the ball comes from this way. So you got that. The other point I would like to make about Travis Hunter is that he's not going to do the fucking combine anyway. Top picks don't do anything at the combine. Marvin Harrison Jr. didn't do anything at the combine. Caleb Williams didn't do anything at the combine. Guys who are going to be top 5 picks don't do shit at the combine. So it doesn't really matter. Like, I don't think... Like, Hunter is not going to run the 40. He's not going to bench press. He's not going to do the 3. Is Travis Hunter going to do any measurable? They're going to weigh him, and they're going to see how tall he is. That's it. So the label of the position, I don't really think matters. Yeah, I think everyone kind of knew that that he was going to be listed as a corner, frankly. Certainly, he will not just be a cornerback. There's no reality where he will not play any offensive snaps. Because, see, I kind of think differently. I kind of think he is a really good wide receiver. He's so goddamn smooth, man. He's so smooth to watch. I don't know. What do I know? I mean, I'm not a fucking professional scout. Gunnar Helm. Basically the best kept secret in the draft. Final team, Tua with Waddle, J.J. McCarthy with Justin Jefferson and Naylor, Shadur basically unstacked, Jonathan Taylor, Josh Jacobs, DeAndre Swift. Fuck, I hate when it does this. Jonathan Taylor, Jacobs, Swift, Dowdle, Giddens, LaQuint Allen, Justin Jefferson, Rome Odunze, Jalen Waddle, Calvin Ridley, Emeka Egbuka, Jaden Higgins, Jalen Noel, Jalen Naylor. A lot of J names. Mark Andrews, David Njoku, Gunnar Helm. That's probably too many rookies. It's probably too many rookies. Whatever. I forgot to grade these. This is a B- to a stack. What was the grade on this one? Oh, this team really was not very good. This is a C+, Goff stack. This is basically where I line up. He's not good enough as a corner to go 1.1. You want him for his ability to do a little bit of both. This is actually a great reminder, Mr. Sorensen, because I have a showdown lineup that I have not drafted yet. So I need to run the optimal on that real quick. Hey, man, but Iomanor and McMillan are both good, though. So if Iomanor, like, also lots of cornerbacks get cooked, you know? Cornerbacks get cooked. That happens. And he's going to return punts as well. You know, all that stuff is going to happen. All right, let's get back in the lobby. You know, the lobby beckons, the lobby calls. All right, we are on another pretty good pace today. Let's see. This is big board. Well, this is big board 48. Big board 48 of 150. So sick. We're gonna get the 50 today. Yeah, Hunter is not overrated, man. Not in my opinion. Certainly not in my opinion. I don't know. Maybe smarter people than me think he's overrated, but I do not think that. All right. Real quick showdown. Scotty. No, I'm going to go Rory, Davis Thompson, Bobby Mack. We'll go Robert McIntyre. They didn't know. They don't know he's a multi-sport athlete. Patrick Rogers. I mean, how could this possibly go wrong? Matt Fitzpatrick. He's just so cheap. And Morikawa, who's 1 over. Sure. Got it in there. Hey, it's true. This is very underrated. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Yeah, Fitzpatrick, he's been bad for a while. There was a comment I just wanted to get to. So, the main point I want to make about Travis Hunter is that whatever NFL team takes him, that GM better have in crazy amounts of job security, because the fans are going to be disappointed regardless of anything. The fans are going to be disappointed if he's just an okay corner. The fans are going to be disappointed if he's just an okay wide receiver. The fans are going to be disappointed if he plays both ways sparingly, but is not great at it. I'm going to take Jahmyr Gibbs. Jahmyr Gibbs at 7. That feels like a bit of a gift. So basically, there's just no way that anyone ends up being happy. Like, if your team, I don't know, if you're a fan of the Patriots, if you are a fan of the Titans, if you're a fan of the Browns, and your team takes Hunter, what do you want? Hunter will definitely play both ways in the NFL, but he's not going to play full time either way, Justin. He definitely is going to play on both sides of the ball, but he's not going to do either 100% of the time. He will do one of them 70% of the time and the other one 15-20% of the time. Yeah, okay, you get it. Although, don't give me, it would be sick, right? If just, I don't know, like imagine this. Travis Hunter, and in his 3rd year, his team is actually good. And they get to the conference championship. And Travis Hunter tells his coaches, are like, all right, guys, I've been preparing for this. I'm ready. This is what wow, AJ Brown. Jahmyr Gibbs, AJ Brown is an insane start. He comes up to his coaches. He's playing for the, I don't know, whatever. He's playing for the Patriots. They're in the AFC Conference Championship. Drake May has led the reinvigoration of the franchise. He tells his coaches, I'm ready. Put it all on my plate. I'm playing every snap I can at wide receiver. I'm playing every snap I can at defensive back. I'll play 100 snaps in this game. Pretty sick. I'd watch that movie. You're telling me you wouldn't watch that movie, dude? You'd watch that movie. Yeah, feels like just it'll be all package stuff for Hunter. He won't be a base player. Hey man, that is not a part of my movie. That's not a part of the film. All right, at least 2 more drafts today. At least 2 more today. So that we can get to, man, it is going to feel beautiful opening up that window and seeing that I have less than 120. Oh, and we are going to do another big board of Schoolcast members only today. So that'll be at 2 p.m. Central Time if you are a member of the Schoolcast channel. I'll be on with David. Wow, that is a unique. I have not seen Jamar Chase, Marvin Harrison, together on a team. Kind of interesting. Membies only, baby. I thought I just heard my front door. Supposed to be having flowers delivered for my wife, I think. But my dog is not going crazy. All right, we got an auto drafter. So keep in mind if you're in this one, Red Dog 1982 is auto drafting. Oh man, come on. JSN. JSN was needed there. That was a bail me out. Does Rodgers retire? Does Rodgers retire? Probably not. Feels too vain to retire. David Kitchen told us that his job is mostly lorem ipsum at Late Round Enterprises. So he doesn't have to learn anything about the prospects. He just has to know how to make the document look good. I think Worthy is rising because he's good, frankly. I think Worthy scored 19 and a half fantasy points per game from week 14 on, so all the games that mattered. Sadly, I think the Worthy haters were wrong, man. I think the Worthy haters are going to have to eat the hell. How many players from one team is too many? 1 second, boys. All right, guys. I gotta go get the flowers. I will be right back. I should really have a looping commercial to play when I have to leave my desk. Should be like an Underdog like promo code Davis commercial. Wouldn't that be good? Put that on the idea board. Hold on, wait. If Worthy took that long to become fantasy relevant in Kansas City, why are you so high on Bond? Well, Bond is free, dude. Bond is wide receiver 64. If Bond was a fourth round pick, then sure. Well, I mean, Worthy could certainly, he could get the ball less often. If Kelsey does not retire and Rashee Rice is like somehow not suspended or healthy right away, he could get the ball less. I think the Raiders might say no to this. True. Worthy was cheap in the big board last year. Yeah. No, that is a good point. Man, Red Dog 1982 is really bumming me out. There's nothing worse, man, than someone this fucking guy, man. Red Dog 1982. No, the Rice injury is pretty real. Like he might not be physically ready to go in week 1. And if he's not physically ready, then his suspension will not start. And there are and you can't serve a suspension while you're on IR or whatever. Jalen Waddle. Yes, they have said why, which is that it's a bad user experience. That is what's been communicated to me. Is that they don't like the user experience. True. You really might get. All right, here we go. Aaron Shank. Aaron, I'm screen capping this and posting it in the Discord so that I can remember this later. You are an orthopedic implant sales rep. PCL surgeries are crazy. I will not be drafting Rice. Well, first off, you never know who's going to be in the YouTube chat. Like, that is great. No, of course. It's also terrible for us. Yes. No, it's also terrible for us. Yeah, I moved Ayuk down. But yes, you literally never know who's going to be hanging out in the YouTube chat. I will never take it back, man. Yes, Hayden. I'm stealing this take from Hayden. Basically, Hayden has said the Rashee injury is bad, like worse than people think. So I am I don't want. Man, this is about to be something I never do. Travion Henderson. For real, dude. Who will Mahomes injure next? Who will Mahomes nuke next? What age demographic does Aaron Shank primarily deal with? Great question. Yes, also another key point from Tim. His surgery ended up happening later because they had to wait so long for the swelling to get down. You know what? I said that I'm just gonna mentally leave not mentally, I'm gonna actually just have my rankings pulled up so that I can do changes in the middle of this, and I'm moving Rashee down. I'm gonna move Rashee Rice from 43rd overall. I'm gonna move him one slot below Jordan Addison. Insert row below. All right. If you are a subscriber on patreon.com/Davis Mattek, you now have updated rankings with where I would be taking Rashee Rice. Am I worried about Olave's concussions? I feel like Olave's concussions are already priced in, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like Olave, it's quite it's quite binary. Well, I think Peppertoni, if I can speak for my fellow degens, I feel like we all mentally were like, okay, he's going to be suspended for a little bit at the start of the season, then he's going to come in and he's going to start smashing. And then we all started thinking, you know what? What if he misses more than that? What if he's hurt and suspended? What if he's hurt and not at full health? What if he comes back and plays 8 games at half speed? You know? So I think I'm moving him down a good bit. That's very funny. All right, don't drop the baby, dude. Don't drop the baby, dude. This could be a good team to take Hawkinson, actually. No, we're gonna take Tracy. Tracy or Jennings. Actually, you know what? Let's take Pearsall. I've taken like no Pearsall yet. That's kind of fun. Yeah, Olave was like 2-3 turn last year. But I think the original opinion was wrong, Peppertoni, is what I'm saying. I think the original Rashee Rice analysis was wrong. The original Rashee Rice analysis was he'll be healthy and he'll be good to go. This PCL injury was supposed to not be that bad. He'll come back from suspension. And now I think just with more time to think about it, we've realized the PCL is a pretty big deal. Year 2 breakout wide receivers. I guess Worthy and Harrison, right? Oh, Rome. Rome is the one who could go from being like a shitty fantasy asset to like, oh wow, you really couldn't win without Rome. See, I'm just a big Brandon Ayuk hater. So that's tough for me. As a big Brandon Ayuk hater, that's hard. How about Leggett? So I ended up drafting a shit ton of Leggett last year. Like just an ever-loving shit ton of Leggett last year. But I'm a little bit less optimistic this season. Purdy. What if Purdy and Pearsall is what you need, brother? What if Purdy and Pearsall is what you need because someone else took Jared Goff like a real dick? I hate that Jay Rosa took Goff. Oh my God, he wasn't even the St. Brown drafter. Why did he do that? Oh, because he has Laporta. Yeah, but CMC goes in the second, but he might legit be the number 1 player in fantasy. And even I have CMC ranked behind ADP. You mean Devontae Walker? I don't think Devontae Walker is going to be a year 2 breakout. I think McMillan already broke out for real. It's true. It's true. I think right now I make it 47% likely that Cam Ward is the quarterback of the Cleveland Browns. That is my current guess. Keon, I mean shit, there's so many guys who are theoretically possible for this. I don't know if I chose one. Yeah, I think Keon stinks. Also, Tez also hit some of my lineups, which is not. Wow. If I knew this question, I'd be rich. Which mid-round running back does San Francisco take to muddy? Well, I mean, they should just run back Urendo. I'll call my shot right now. Brashard Smith. Brashard Smith ends up being the mid-round running back taken by the 49ers. Wow, that is so funny. I literally just opened up my Twitter window for a second. Look at the first tweet I saw. First tweet I saw, Coach Speak Index saying, Brashard Smith, welcome to Duval. That is just very funny. This feels like a bargain spot on Shaheed. I will happily click Rashid Shaheed there. I'd be, given my position, I would be very happy if Devin Neal ends up on the San Francisco 49ers as a premium handcuff. I think Devin Neal is way better than Isaac Urendo and a good third down back. So could spell there. Duval. Man, the Dolphins are another one of those teams that just have so many needs. See, I don't really think Urendo's talented either, but he's fast. Caleb Johnson's going to be too expensive for the 49ers. I think Caleb Johnson, decent odds to be a first-round pick. Pretty decent odds to be a first-round pick, I think. Underdog should ban auto drafters. I don't know about ban. Dolphins don't have a third round pick. Do they have any way to get it back with compensatory picks? Man. What a frickin' cheat code these early running back teams feel like. Jahmyr Gibbs, AJ Brown should be illegal. That is such a frickin' good start. I don't really have any quarterback. I have Purdy set up. Dallas Goedert is a very good click here. Why is Dallas Goedert falling in ADP? Dallas Goedert should definitely not be falling. So true. Let's get a list here. List of compensatory third round picks 2025. I might not be able to understand this sheet, but maybe you guys can interpret it. I think if they're in red, they've been canceled. I don't know. That's gonna be a different project for a different day. But yeah, we need to Gibbs and AJ Brown was a start you had last year. They got 6th in the Puppy 3 for $15K. Bro, that's crazy. Goddard is a very good pick, man. The big board has already won with a Chase, Genty, AJ Brown start. I mean, that is disgusting. If anyone has that, they are. Brashard Smith is a wide receiver who converted a running back and smashed at it. And he's going to be really good at the combine too. Brashard Smith. He's did you like Tyrone Tracy? If you like Tyrone Tracy, you're going to love Brashard Smith. I really do not want Scattaboo. What quarterback can I take here? What am I at? Pick one. Would I rather have Tua or Bigsby? I guess I'd rather have Bigsby. Oh, Coach Speak Index is saying the Jaguars are going to take him. He's saying Liam Cohen and the Jaguars are going to take him. I don't know what's leading him to believe that. And Brashard Smith could be sort of Bucky Irving-y. SF has comp picks. Yeah, pick 138. Mark that down for a running back. Pick 138. That is a lock running back selection. Just a matter of which one they take. Brashard Smith, honestly, would actually be a good fit 49er. Yeah, Bigsby. Well, Bigsby was okay at catching passes last year, actually. He was better than I thought he would be. Really annoying to not get Goff on this team, but whatever. I'll find a way to persevere. I think the auto drafter, by the way, did actually click on auto draft. Let's look here in a second. Tua Tagovailoa, Brock Purdy with Pearsall, Tua with Waddle, Jahmyr Gibbs, Travion Henderson, Tank Bigsby, AJ Brown, Jackson Smith-Njigba, Jameson Williams, Jalen Waddle, Ricky Pearsall, Rashid Shaheed, and Dallas Goedert. Yeah, Miami also has comp picks. Just a matter of if they decide if they want to move on from Jalen Wright or not. An appropriate price for Josh Allen. I mean, 35 is like not terrible. Josh Allen or dang, this guy got Mike Evans at 40. That is sick. Got a Chase AJ Bauer start. That is disgusting. That is really good. Little board, great vibes. Goddard is Chig Okonkwo without the RuneScape profile. I don't know about that, brother. I don't know if I can co-sign that take. No. I'm not taking any Kyle Williams. Kyle Williams is like, if I lose to Kyle Williams, it is what it is. That feels really early for Ollie Gordon. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not that early, but it feels pretty early for Ollie Gordon. Red Dog 1982 did not click the auto draft button. Thought he did. Kyle Williams was a good college player for sure. But he's old. All right. I guess just get second tight end out of the way here. We're pretty good at wide receiver. And there's no difference in any of these runs. Frick. I was going to take Pitts there. All right. Tyler Algier. Sure. Bijan handcuff. Why not? Dang. I did really want Kyle Pitts there. Yards per route run, not a stat. I believe it is. Yards per route run is wonky with tight ends. Why would that be? I'm sure that Dallas Goedert ran a lot of routes. I'm 100% positive that Dallas Goedert did not run quote unquote one route per game. Premium stats. Actually, there's an easier way to do this. I can check on Fantasy Life for route participation. Utilization, NFL season stats. Tight end, minimum 200 routes. Dallas Goedert So if you take the game out that Goddard left with injury, he ran the same amount of routes as David Njoku and Pat Freiermuth. I do think targets per route run is probably better than yards per route run, but yards per route run is still a good stat. And Dallas Goedert, better targets per route run than Kittle, Andrews, Gesicki, pretty good. Dallas Goedert is a good player. All right, I'm going to take Hunter Henry here. I think the big issue with Goddard is that he largely just does not stay healthy. He plays on a high run volume offense, and he plays with A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith. That's why he is the tight end, 11 or 12 or whatever, and not the tight end 8. He's just fine. I can't believe we're arguing about Dallas Goedert. All right, receiving grades, tight ends. We're gonna look at some data. All right, target, minimum, threshold, yards per route run. Dallas Goedert, 2.18 yards per route run, better than McBride, better than Bowers, better than Jonnu, better than Andrews, better than Likely, better than Taysom Hill. What are you suspecting, Chad? Yeah, arguing about Goddard in February. Come to the Davis Mattek. Oh, yeah. Yes, also yes. Yeah, people are saying this more and more as well. Goddard is the Eagles running back 2 next year. I am hearing that frequently. I pretty much always take 3 tight ends in these because the rookie tight ends are good picks in the final round. I like the rookie tight ends in the final round better than the rookie running backs. Jaden Higgins. I know I should take Jalen Royals there instead of Jaden Higgins more than I do. But I just forgot about Jaden Higgins for 3 streams in a row, and I realized I was way behind on him. Besides Bowers' favorite second-year tight end, I mean, how many are there? Who are the other second-year tight ends? Kind of can't even think off the top of my head. 2024 rookie tight ends. Sinnott, Jatavian, Theo, AJ Barner, Cade Stover, Tanner McLaughlin, Devin. These guys all suck. No, they all suck. They're all bad. I guess if Theo gets 75% of the routes and Shadur is better than I think. But yeah, they're all bad. In this spot of the draft, I just absolutely need to stop clicking Javonte and Kendre Miller. There's just no need for it. It's excessive. He is very athletic. He just seems not good though. All right, I'm going to take Carr here because the auto drafter is going to have 2 cracks at him before I get there. So I have Carr and Shaheed if Carr is in fact a Saint. How many more years does Andy Reid have in him? It's a great question. At least 2, probably. Yeah, I would say at least 2, maybe more. I got no issue with this. Rather backstack Bryce Young with Sanders. I mean, he is filling a more reasonable part of your roster, a more important. It's true. Tight ends are a weird position. I'm not a Ben Sinnott hater. Ben Sinnott and I went to the same college. We are both Wildcats. Theo, I did not know this. I did not know that Theo Johnson was Canadian. That is interesting. Okay. Is that why it took Chase Brown time to develop? Because he was also Canadian? The field was too small for him? It's a good question. It's true, ball is life. It's true.
The Davis Mattek YouTube channel is made possible by viewers like you. Every subscriber, memby, and super chat goes to ensuring Davis doesn't have to work at State Farm. Thank you.
Is that true? He had to try out to get on the Penn State team? I did not know this part of the Theo Johnson lore. That's pretty badass. That is interesting to me. That is a reasonable amount. That is real developmental time. All right, this is I took 4. Okay, that's probably about good on the rookie running backs. I don't need to take 3. Maybe I will. Well, I liked Theo Johnson because he was a 10 RAS guy. I mean, he legitimately is the most athletic tight end. The thing is the thing about wanting Ben Sinnott to not play fullback is that they had another guy on their roster playing fullback last year, like H-back, John Bates. It's like Ben Sinnott and John Bates were like playing a different position than Ertz, basically. Also, yeah, Liz Frank is like as bad as it gets, man. Liz Frank is so bad for football players. Hey man, sometimes athleticism is all you need though. And if he's got the playing time, then he probably should not be whatever he is, an undrafted guy in the 20th round. Man, do I really hope that our next draft does not have Red Dog 1982 in it. No auto drafters. Actually, you know what? Rudman and the boys at Underdog, they should do this for they should do this just for the big board. You miss a pick in the big board, bang, auto drafting. I'm not saying ban them, but for the big board is for sickos only. The big board is only for the darkest degenerate amongst us, Can I afford another rookie wide? You know what? Actually, let's do Jalen Tolbert. We're just gonna keep doing adult players here. Red Dog is an awful beer. Okay. Well, yes. Yeah. Valentine's. Yeah, I didn't even think about this extra layer, but the fact that we are doing this on Valentine's Day, it's extra dark. Extra virgin. Auto drafters should be forced into a separate queue. I'll tell you what. Actually, auto drafters should not be given the highest ranked player. Well, yeah, because there's nothing wrong with auto drafting in NBA because there's no positions. So everyone, yeah, I auto draft NBA. But you press the plane when you do auto draft. When you do NBA, you just press autopilot, and your picks happen automatically. Why isn't Liam streaming ever? I don't know, man. Gotta ask him. I think most people in fantasy football are not streaming right now. I mean, I could be wrong. There could be other people out there that I'm missing. Is anyone streaming? Let's check right now. Fantasy football live stream. It's everything I see is fantasy soccer related. When I Google it. Okay, all my favorite rookie running backs are gone. All right, here. In honor of our long chat, Theo Johnson with my 19th round pick. Oh, yeah. Liam and I are friends, but we don't talk a ton off stream. Frankly, I'll be honest with you right now. I don't want anyone else streaming. I would be happy if every other fantasy football streamer quit their job. I would be nothing could be better for me than if Liam and Peter and Spags and Fantasy Dogtown and all those people, if they all got full-time jobs, making lots of money in fantasy football, that would be phenomenal. It's not. It's that it's my mic is not acting up. It's that I'm a doofus. No, every year the big board is 20 rounds, and the little board, the pre-draft stuff, is 20 rounds, which they do. I think mostly just to protect people from themselves, frankly. Of like, oh, you could take 3 quarterbacks, you can take 3 tight ends. All right, who is a running back I've not taken once yet? I don't think I've taken Devin Singletary once. I don't think I've taken Sean Tucker once. Kyle Monangai. Someone out there's got to be a Kyle Monangai freak. They've got to be like, dude, it's Kyle Monangai's year. Donovan Edwards. I've definitely taken Donovan Edwards. Tyler Beatty. All right. You know what? I've done nothing but besmirch Woody Marks. Done nothing but absolutely roast this guy. I'll take him once. Oh, yeah, here you go. I'll do this for you. You're a YouTube memby. You've asked me repeatedly about this young man. Here you go. Jarquez Hunter. There you go. All right. Final team. We began Jahmyr Gibbs, A.J. Brown, Jackson Smith-Njigba, Jameson Williams, Jalen Waddle, Travion Henderson, Ricky Pearsall. Took Purdy pretty early to set up the stack. Go Rashid Shaheed, Dallas Goedert. We argued about Dallas Goedert for 4 rounds. Tank Bigsby. This might have been a bit of a mistake, honestly. Tua got very lucky to get him here. Algier never feels great. Hunter, you love to see it. Jaden Higgins, that's a slam dunk. Derek Carr, I think with Shaheed, potentially is a slam dunk. LeQuint, probably my favorite guy relative to consensus in this class. Jalen Tolbert, an adult in the room. You guys bullied me into Theo Johnson. You bullied me into Jarquez Hunter from the University of Auburn. So we got Purdy with Jennings, Tua with Waddle. Thank you, Chris. The dog transitions, brother. Jarquez, okay. It's just that I think that Bigsby and Algier both, they're to me, they're more handcuffs than guys you're relying on points with. Although when you have, and Gibbs and Henderson are guys who are going to have some weeks where they get like 8 touches. I don't know. You know what this team could have used? This team could have used an Eckler type. This team could have used the Tajay Spears type. Sneaky correlation. Bigsby and Jarquez, both Auburn backs. All right. Let's go give this one a grade. What grade? Oh, I got to refresh. All right, what grade do we give this one? I actually like this team. Another Tua team, which I don't love, so maybe I should stop taking Waddle so frequently there. We'll go, that's another B-. I think that is a B- Purdy Pearsall. All right. Let's head back in to the NFL lobby. All right. Praying for no auto drafters here. This is big board 49 of 150. 49 of 150. Dude, it's crazy how much longer the auto drafter made that one take. That last draft took 42 minutes. No, longer. Because of the auto drafter, because of that guy draining the entire clock. Well, we actually don't care if you auto, as long as, you know what? And I think I'm going to move. I'm officially doing it. I think I'm going to move CD ahead of Puka in my ranks. There you go. Happy for you. All right. Let's see. Let's check friends and family here. Calm as you like, I believe, is friends and family. WD Simp, Pepper Tony, Steven, O'Rourke, Del Molino. The same auto drafters in my draft that started at the same time. I'm only in the 16th round. Yeah, each auto drafter adds about 10 full minutes. It's so brutal. It is unbelievably annoying. True. Yeah, I agree. All right, boys. Remember, as always, you do not have to draft well, but you do have to draft quickly. That's kind of the motto of the winter. You know, we all know that we're here. Well, the reason I'm taking Tua is that I'm getting a lot of Waddle, so the decision is actually made much earlier. Wow, am I gonna get Gibbs back-to-back drafts? What's Jake gonna do? Jake, what are you gonna do, brother? You can take Gibbs, you can take Lamb, you can take Puka, you can take Nico. Tough scene. Jake, where you at, bro? Jake, you're the op right now. Man, tough scene. Oh, the worst, dude. Oh, oh, terrible. That's happened to me. And it's a terrible feeling. You just sit. You just have to sit and watch yourself. You're hopeless. You're powerless. There's this one spot. It's about a mile away from my house. When I walk my dogs, I guess just my dog now. That's a bummer. When I walk my dog, it's about a mile away from my house. When we go on big long walks and I'm doing drafts, BRs, or whatever, it is like a total dead zone. Like I get down to like one small little bar. And sometimes I've had to auto draft picks there, which is brutal. Tua Spotrack. Someone is asking if the Dolphins are going to draft a quarterback. It's Miami drafting a quarterback this year. So Tua is due $30 million. If he was cut There would be no cap savings. If he's traded... Hold on, let me take Jonathan Taylor real quick. That is a hot start. Yeah, there's just no way for Miami to add a quarterback. I like that idea. Yeah, if you take Genty Bowers, you're a true slappy. Yeah, Miami could be the you know what, actually, Miami should be the Will Howard team. Will Howard actually would be a good No, I do the opposite of cutting. Notem, the chat loves to cut guys. And I'm the one who has to be the adult in the room and tell them that they're not getting cut. Playoff NBA basketball. Drafts, NBA. The dance is $10 to enter, $50K to first, 2 out of 6, 1 out of 10, 1 out of 6. Okay. I will do a members only NBA playoff best ball. I want to say this weekend, but probably not. Probably not this weekend. Probably next week. But there will be a members only. So if you are a YouTube member, sure, I'm happy to take it. Jonathan Taylor, Breece Hall, CeeDee Lamb, 3 first round. His name is Max Brosner. Yes, the Discord was trying to cut Dallas Goedert yesterday. No, Evan Ingram. I hate to tell this to you, best ball. Evan Ingram is a lock. The chat is actually right about this one. Evan Ingram is one of the most likely cut candidates in the entire NFL. I'm not even trying to make an example of you personally, but he is incredibly likely to be cut. If he is designated a post June 1st cut, he saves the Jacksonville Jaguars $15.5 million. $15.5 million. So he is one of the guys that is likely to be cut. But yes, the Discord cut Dallas Goedert to save about $7 for the Eagles yesterday. That is not going to happen. They don't know that Davis Mattek is a high T drafter now. CeeDee Lamb, Jonathan Taylor, Breece Hall. No, Ingram is 100% likely to be re-signed once he is cut. And could maybe even go to a better situation than he's in. But he is, or maybe he agrees to a restructure with the Jaguars, but he is very unlikely to play for the 2025 Jaguars on the contract that he is on. Seems very, very unlikely. Damn it, Peppertoni. All right, whatever, dude. Running back. The libs, they're crying. They're rending their garments. I didn't think streamers were allowed to do that. I didn't think I could see 3 straight running backs go. Look at that running back room, dude. Jonathan Taylor, Breece Hall, Chase Brown. I don't even need any of my slappy rookie running backs. I just have a great running back room. Liam would actually be proud of me for 3 straight running backs. Who's the next Chase Claypool? I don't even know what that means in terms of gritty drafts 85% of him. Who's the next Chase Claypool? Or do you mean rookie wide receiver who smashes? Yes, very good point. Very good point. They cannot use that money to sign Chris Godwin. That's actually a very wise point from Okay, this is disgusting. I'm about to give up all the value I generated. Actually, I'll take Cortland Sutton. You guys think I won't take Cortland Sutton? Oh, that's a good joke. That's a good joke. I actually, you know what we need to be an effective big board drafter. You actually kind of need to be like a cap sicko. No, I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna take 5, but I might take a break on running backs for a while. I probably won't take one until this range of guys. Eckler, Giddens, these guys. Honestly, this is a really good question. I don't know how this works for the NFL. I only know how this works for the NBA. In terms of when the cap numbers really matter, is it just you have to be under the cap by week 1? What is the can you be under or over the cap for the entirety of the offseason? Okay. Look at Dylan Fort, 33. He got BTJ, AJ Brown, Worthy, J-Mo, and now just gets Joe Mixon. We are fucking slapping it up in these drafts. I have no idea. I have no idea, Will. Oh shit. My mouse just died. That's so brutal. Did it just die? It just died. Okay, I'm gonna have to draft a couple rounds on my phone. What an idiot streamer. Dude, you just got to get the sweet EV with these idiot streamers. They forget how their microphones work. Luther Burden, give us some ceiling. Sun Q says the cordless mouse is so minus EV. Yeah, you don't you have no idea how correct you are. Worst design in American history is the Apple mouse. It's so stupid. Okay. I should be able to I just got to do this for I just got to get like 2% on it. All right. So we did Jonathan Taylor, Breece Hall, Chase Brown, CeeDee Lamb, Cortland Sutton, Luther Burden. The thing is I probably can't afford to take Bo Nix on this team because I'm going to be so hard up at wide receiver. Yes, the wireless mouse it's insanely stupid. It's one of the worst designs of all time from Apple. And I'm such an Apple slappy, I can't even help it. Yeah, it is literally the worst design of all time though, Logan. Like it's like to the point that I can't imagine any person ever thought that this was a good idea. Like I would love to meet the person who designed this and be like, "Bro, what were you thinking?" Actually going to run kind of hot here if I get the wide receiver that I want to get. We'll see. Okay, I didn't get McMillan. That was who I wanted. I've decided that I need to move Pearsall up in a corresponding move. Bang, Ricky Pearsall. Because if I move Debo and Ayuk down, so like if you're assigning probabilities, okay, let's assign 40% probability Debo's not on the team. I'm assigning like 75% probability that Ayuk is not ready in week 1. Then assign some probability of Pearsall is like a legit breakout, out targets George Kittle because George Kittle's 32, out targets Juwan Jennings. Peppertoni said he threw this draft for content. Peppertoni has Lamar, A-Chain, Kenneth Walker, David Montgomery, Nico, Mike Evans, and Jacoby Myers. I don't know if you threw it, brother, but you definitely should have taken Mark Andrews. I mean, maybe he'll come back around to you, but you definitely should have taken Manders because you got gifted a very good start. I think A-Chain Nico is a really good start. But yeah, I gotta move Pearsall up in the ranks. Gotta move Pearsall up in the ranks. What's dumb? You call me dumb, bro? Don't call me dumb. It's not very nice. Downs goes. That's kind of who I was hoping for. Downs is sort of the what is he? He's the last refuge of the scoundrel. Oh man, I need Matthew Golden more than I need air. Actually, Cooper Kupp might be good here. No. Kupp. Never, I don't think I've taken Cooper Kupp once yet. Don't think I've taken Cooper Kupp once. I definitely have Cooper Kupp ranked way behind ADP. Yes, you do have to assign some probability that Ricky Pearsall looks at Kyle Shanahan the wrong way and gets benched for Chris Conley. Do you guys remember? You guys might all be too young to remember this. Do you remember the year of Brandon Ayuk training camp when he was running behind River Crackraft because Kyle Shanahan was pissed off at him? Like there was a time in an era where Brandon Ayuk was like not part of the 49ers rotation. Like they were about ready to start the season. Like there were rumors that Brandon Ayuk was gonna get cut. I mean, I don't think it was ever actually gonna happen. But Kyle was like talking like, "Oh, Brandon Ayuk, he's so disappointing. He's the worst." Rusty, that's how they say it. Crackraft. It's not Craycraft. I don't think so. I'm fairly. Remember Dante Pettis? Andrew G with the great point. Do you guys remember Dante Pettis? You guys might all be too young for that too. Dante Pettis, bro. They were, Zach, yes. They were calling Ayuk the new Dante Pettis. That's so real. That's so funny, man. Man, do I hate Kyle Shanahan. Kyle Shanahan is such a dork. He has done this so many times. And you know he's going to do it this year too with someone. It could be Pearsall. It could be, I mean, he could just send Guerrero out of the building. He could say, Isaac Guerrero, thank you for your service. I'm done. I'm out. Wow. Knicks came all the way back around to me, bro. Am I making this up? Dante Pettis played in the NFL last season, right? Dante Pettis was on an NFL. He was on the Saints. Dante Pettis was playing for the Saints last year. Dante Pettis, Pro Football Reference. I'm locked in right now, streaming on my computer, drafting on my phone. He played for the Bears in 2022. Dante Pettis had 12 receptions for 120 yards and a touchdown for the Saints last season. Crazy. Did Dante Pettis, this is a good question. Did Dante Pettis ever play in one of the fake football leagues? Did he play in the UFL or anything? He had to have, right? You're telling me Dante Pettis did not play in the United Football League? Dylan says he didn't, and if Dylan says it, I believe him. Logan said, imagine if the 49ers hired Dennis Allen instead of Saleh. They could have had the all-time player-hating coaching staff. That is such a good point. Insanely good point. They could have just been sending dudes up the river. They would have just, these dudes. Anthony Miller played in a playoff game. Anthony Miller this season had a reception in a playoff game. Yes, that Anthony Miller. Memphis, Chicago, Anthony Miller. That is stupid crazy. there's not really a quarterback worth taking for me here, is there? Well, actually, maybe there is. Steven Sims. Steven Sims was returning punts in a playoff game. These guys got that dog in them. All right, I'm going to take Dak. It's a little bit early for Dak, but I actually am, when I take CD, I've actually been a little bit lighter on Dak. This is a really funny thing. If you guys look, do you guys ever look at the projections when you're drafting in these? So this is very funny. Dak's projection in the app, 173. That's what I guess Hayden probably has him for. Bo Nix, 315. Looks good. Looks good. Send it. That is very, very funny to me. Jordan Matthews, Kirk, yes, still in the league and converted to tight end. Plays tight end for the Carolina Panthers, Jordan Matthews. Yeah. Converted to tight end, man. There's something to me deeply, deeply admirable, actually, about these guys who are like playing out the string at the end of their careers. And just hanging on, and they're like, you know what, dude? I just want to make it. I wanna make it in the National Football League. I don't care how it happens. You know, I don't care how it works. I just want to play football. Like Jordan Matthews converting to tight end, given his knee problems, is nuts. All right. This wide receiver room, Christian Kirk. Yeah, they just love football. Let me tell you, dude, Jordan Matthews is not making good money to be a practice squad. I mean, he's probably making relatively good money. Yeah, they just don't want to work at State Farm. You want to stream best ball drafts, Dylan? Get yourself a webcam. Get yourself a StreamYard account. Fire it up. Okay, very, very true. Practicing on Wednesday, standing around on Sunday is better money than being the lowest coach at your college. It's very true. It's very, very true. I mean, a lot of guys, the coaching grind in college football. I don't know if you guys know, one of my best childhood friend is like a mid-tier level college coach. And the grind that he puts in, the amount of moves he's had to do, I mean, it's crazy, the life that he and his family live. Practice squad players get paid weekly, but full season make $380K. I think their like benefits and things are different though. Oh, come on. Yeah. Give me the double. Yeah, coaching college football is not easy, man. And the head coach gets fired, guess what? You get fired too, even if you're good at your job. My buddy is special teams coordinator and safeties coach at a MAC school, and he's been up and down and around, and he's moved and he's rented a house and he's bought a house, and it's nuts, dude. It's nuts, the things that these guys got to do. All right, I'm gonna pee.
The Davis Mattek YouTube channel is made possible by viewers like you. Every subscriber, memby, and super chat goes to ensuring Davis doesn't have to work at State Farm. Thank you.
That's professional timing right there. It's all Mr. Lanner's, brother. It was his idea, his execution. Kyle Pitts. Live a little. Jake Ferguson. Kyle Pitts. Does that make Cowing a 20th round wide receiver you can draft with Purdy for a stacker? Is it too thin? The hard part I have with Cowing is what is his fit in the 49ers offense. So if you think about all the positions in the 49ers offense, I guess he's the best replacement for Ayuk, but also that's kind of Pearsall's role. Let's look at the 49ers SPO track. Because, is Chris Conley still on the team? No, 49ers are lads. All right, so wide receivers on the roster. Ayuk, Debo, Jennings. Conley is an unrestricted free agent, so maybe Cowing is draftable. Dick Chuck, I got you, brother. I knew you'd never call me dumb. Or if you did, it'd be allowed. I wouldn't be mad at you. But I understood what you were saying. No hard feelings, brother. Just saw a news article on my work computer. Should the Niners trade Purdy to Jacksonville for Lawrence? The clickbait economy remains strong and replete. The clickbait economy will never die. Royals could be a good pick here. Whittington could be an okay pick here. You know what? We were just talking about him earlier. This actually is the kind of room where Wan'Dale can make sense. Lamb, Sutton, Burden, Pearsall, Kupp, Kirk, Wan'Dale. Wan'Dale and Kirk are kind of Spider-Man pointing meme. What Downs metaphor? Was I making a Downs metaphor, or did someone else make a Josh Downs metaphor? It's probably, I assume the Trevor Lawrence chatter is related to the new coach. I don't know, but I feel like the reason why Cohen took the job is to play for Lawrence, or with Lawrence. Steven is taking a lot of Kelsey. I mean, at this price, 14th, 15th, 16th round, I mean, who's going to score more points? Retired Travis Kelsey or Xavier Restrepo? Probably about the same amount of best ball points added to a team, frankly. So, yeah, and you're taking 3 tight ends anyway. Yeah, retired Travis Kelsey is about as useful as Alec Iomanore. I think it's just Iomanor, but still, you guys get the point. Dusty Kelsey had 97 receptions. That's actually crazy. I mean, frankly, I would have guessed way lower. Blake Corum is a great pick for this team. Jonathan Taylor, Breece Hall, Chase Brown, Blake Corum. Blake Corum is so good for this team because it doesn't even matter if it's 0. He adds to the hyper-aggressive build. Oh no, Jake. Were you able to get back in? Let's look. Jake, this team is like pretty good. Oh, you're saying L because you took Io Manor and I just was making fun of him. Yeah, retired Kelsey only slightly better than Pitts. True. All right. Yes. Hey man, what do I know? Bo Nix, Dak Prescott, Jonathan Taylor, Breece Hall, Chase Brown, Blake Corum, CeeDee Lamb, Cortland Sutton, Luther Burden, Ricky Pearsall, Cooper Kupp, Christian Kirk, Wandale, Jake Ferguson, Kyle Pitts. I'm actually back in if it's Ayamanore. I'm actually back in. Your team is pretty good. Your team's pretty good. I like it. You know what this team needs, though? This is exactly what this team needs. Harold Fannin Jr. That's how you bail yourself out of the Kyle Pitts vortex. You take Harold Fannin Jr. I mean, Kyle Pitts is now at a price that he can just generate the statistics he drafted last year and be fine. Kyle Pitts last year generated 602 yards and 4 touchdowns. That is perfectly fine for the tight end 17, basically. You know, completely cromulent. It's true. He was the wide receiver 2 in October because he had the 2 touchdown game. Yeah, 8% Pitts. I mean, he's fine. Wonder if we generated any new subscribers today. It's very funny. It's very funny we're talking about Pitts right now. My most recent YouTube comment 1 minute ago, I think 2025-26 is Kyle Pitts' breakout season. That's very funny. How do you handle situations where you have an unintentional stone 0% to someone through 50% drafts or so, play catch up and just accept? I guess it would depend who it was. Honestly. And it would depend on the round. Like if you somehow had stone 0, I don't know, Roma Dunze or DK Metcalf, I'd be like, yeah, I'd move that guy up a little bit. But theoretically, it should just even itself out if you do more drafts. Really, is kind of the answer there. I'll probably have like 2% of Josh Allen, and if that is what is needed to win, then you know that's what's needed to win. And I'm happy to lose in some of those eventualities. Okay. A little LaQuint Allen as a treat here. And then we need to get back to wide receivers. If I if I took Josh Allen, I would it's so disastrous. I would then be taking Dalton Kincaid. So it'd be like every time I took Josh Allen, I'd just be taking a team with a 0 on it. And who wants to take zeros? So I do really like May next season. I think we're already talking about how big of a bust Trevor Lawrence is. Frankly, I think we started talking about him being a bust 2 seasons ago. Yeah, I mean, if Pitts, frankly, at his price, if Pitts has 1 giga nuke, he's probably worth it, frankly. Jalen Tolbert with Dak. All right, building up the Cowboys stack here. All right, guys. Here's the deal. I don't really want to do one more before I go do the Swolecast, but I will. If we get to, can we get to 125 likes? If we do 125 likes, I'll do one more. Going super zero RB, would you add another quarterback or just nuke RBs? I would probably do another quarterback. In fact, I think I am about to do 3-hole. Yeah, you need another quarterback. You need another quarterback, I think. Milrow or whoever. Yeah, Pitts probably has some contingent value. You know, if London or Mooney gets dusted. True. Step up, folks. 114. You guys got 9 more in you. You got 9 more in you. I'll do one more. You got like 10 minutes to do it. All right. I'm actually going to stop at 5. And I need another wide receiver. I'm going to take Darius Slayton. All right. I think that's the first time I've taken 9 wide receivers. Thoughts on Ron? Oh, man. Pack horse. You probably don't even know that is like striking a nerve with me. Rondale is like one of my favorite players. But he broke his leg, man. I mean, he was like a 4th string punt returner who broke his leg. Yeah, Rondale was a guy I was like absolutely hammering last season before he broke his leg. Mahomes at 80 feels like it could be the skeleton key this year. Quarterback crazy how he's gone from almost undraftable to value. Well, I am not like super rushing to draft him, frankly. Honestly, I have not heard one word about his health. I really do not know. Brashard Smith, LaQuint Allen, Jarquez Hunter. Phil Maffa's okay. Big-bodied guy. Donovan Edwards is the super sneaky one. Paul Bergeron, PSX 120 in the Discord, told me that he thinks that Donovan Edwards is one of the best pass-catching running backs he's ever seen. He got good reviews at the Senior Bowl as well. So, love what you do, and you'll never draft a day, and you'll draft every day of your life. That is a very good title. Honestly, I'm proud of myself for that one. That is Overzet-esque. All right. I'm just going to take Russell Wilson. Boring. Whatever. He's going to play. Need another quarterback. That is a good cosmic energy thing. Bo Nix, Dak Prescott, Russell Wilson, Jonathan Taylor, Breece Hall, Chase Brown, Blake Corum, LaQuint Allen Jr., CeeDee Lamb, Cortland Sutton, Luther Burden III, Ricky Pearsall, Cooper Kupp, Christian Kirk, Wan'Dale Robinson, Jalen Tolbert, Darius Slayton, Jake Ferguson, Kyle Pitts, and Harold Fannin Jr. All right. There we go. Time to fire up. Final one. Final draft of the stream here. And if you really, really, really like seeing drafts, guess what? You're going to be able to see more of them because I'm going to do basically immediately after this because I didn't plan my day well. I'm going to be doing a big board on stream with Soccer Dave on the Swolecast members only channel. Dude, I did. I probably stole some people trying to go to the Cozy Cottage. All right, hold on. Completed. I got to give this last one a grade. Big board, 49. Oh, this was a sick team, actually. Yeah, this is an A-. I think this is an A-. That's just a good team. A- Dak stack. Back. This is you just turned in right now. Poop oh frap. You just tuned in for number 50. We are doing number 50. All right. Dr. One the Professor, LOL Simo, Pepper Tony, Stephen Molitaris, Jay Genzel 2, Stanley Chad, JC Boone 8, Diddy 3667, Braun 88, Giga Chad 007, Baby Stevie. Remember, you all don't have to draft well, but I'm begging you to draft quickly. Oh, and I'm going to be able to just autopilot through this turn because all my favorite picks are right there. A minor. The thing is I don't like taking Jordan Love. I mean, how about this? I'm going to be as slappy as possible. This is going to be full slappy. When someone asked the definition of slappy, this is it. Literally, you will not find a more slappy. You'll not find a more slappy team than this. The full slap experience. Damn it! I did this again. Brian Thomas Jr., and then I'm gonna get Genty. I did this again. Whole stream without the banner. All right, now I'm gonna get AJ Brown or Brock Bowers. Bowers is the slightly more slappy option, but AJ Brown's still pretty slappy. AJ Brown, he counts. He counts. All right, we've got. I mean, the thing mandatory for a slappy start: wide receiver. We're going full slap right now. This is the full slap experience. I get this question. New people to the stream, new people to best ball, new people to DFS. They say, what is a slappy, Davis? Also, thank you, Psychedelic Curs. You're the man. BTJ Neighbors plus Genty Bowers. Yeah, that is it's very, very slappy. And this is going to be the answer. We're going to have too many rookies. All our quarterbacks are going to be, guys who could be benched at any given moment. That's kind of what it's all about. All our wide receivers, are going to be useless. We're going to have more handcuff running backs than starting running backs. It's going to be perfect. It's going to be the full slap experience. And remember, everyone, you are getting graded based on how fast you're drafting. If you look around the draft pod and don't see the slappy, you are the slappy. Change my name to my UD handle. Same guy asking you about poker. All right, there you go. I got you, brother. Dalton Kincaid in the 11th isn't bad. I mean, look, man, I'm clicking him, but it's a bad click. Dalton Kincaid has shown nothing in the National Football League to indicate that he is a good player. But he did have that one game against USC 9 years ago. Yes, Slappy pulls up Twitter, sees a positive tweet about a player, reaches to absolutely. Loveland Kincaid, probably. That might be a bit slappy, but I can see it. Rookie tight end, incredibly slappy. Yeah, not gonna get more slappy than that. He did have that one long playoff catch. The thing is I'm worried. If this is a friends and family draft, I might get outslapped. Oh, I think Stanley Chad. Oh, is he auto drafting? Guys, we're not cooking as fast as we could be cooking. I think Loveland on the Colts versus Kincaid with the Bills. I don't know. I guess you still take Kincaid there. But it ain't by much. DJ Moore, welcome to the team, DJ Moore. DJ Moore, classic Slappy pick. DJ Moore has been a slap pick for 9 years. Somehow DJ Moore is only 27 years old. This is going to be his year. Finally, this will be the time DJ Moore finally gets his best quarterback play. This will be the time he finally gets his quarterback play, dude. This will be the time. DJ Moore might be right wing slappy, but he's still slap. All right, come on, Giga Chad. You know you want. Yeah, all right, give me JMO. There you go. All right, JMO is so indicative of a slap. He's fast, not the number one wide receiver on his team. Super slap pick. Did you hear the report Caleb Williams had to outsource film watching? Yes, I did. Shane Waldron just didn't watch film. No, I'll tell you the non-slappy picks. Chase, Barkley, Bijan, Jefferson, 0% slap. St. Brown, Nico, 0% slap. Derrick Henry, 0% slappy. Tyreek Hill, 0% slappy. T. Higgins, Josh Jacobs, 0% slappy. Those are players with no slap to them. I agree. Actually, you know what? I need to re-speak. DJ Moore is as left-leaning slappy as it gets. He is the number one left-wing slappy player of all time. Like, it's all DJ Moore's whole career is people like me being like, no, dude, just wait till he finally he finally gets a good quarterback. Is he? I did not know this about DJ Moore. Is DJ Moore a mega? Is that real? All right, I gotta Google this. DJ Moore, Donald Trump. I got no Google results. I have no Google results on DJ Moore, Donald Trump. Yeah, I got nothing. I think you made that up, man. Benny, I think you made that up. That DJ Moore is right wing. Moga, make the offense great again to Port Waldron. That I could sign up for. That is a good presidential platform. I would vote for that. All right. Brian Thomas Jr., A.J. Brown, DJ Moore, Jameson Williams. Let me tell you the easiest way to slap this up with the next pick. Tony Pollard. Without question, Tony Pollard is right wing slappy. No, right? Titans, Tony Pollard is right wing slappy. Amarian Hampton, giga slap, rookie running back as your running back one, mega infinity dupe slappy. Well, Cohen is not even the offensive coordinator. He's just the passing game coordinator. Oh man, we can slap this up even harder. We can do it even harder. There is no, I don't know if there a slappier player in the player pool than Travion Henderson. He's got to be number one. Ohio State, fast. Yeah, Travion Henderson. I'm declaring it right now. Travion Henderson, number one slappy player in the pool right now. top tier Slappy at absolute minimum. I think actually, frankly, and it doesn't even mean I think this is a bad pick. Brock Bowers. Brock Bowers is the number 1 Slappy pick. I mean, yeah. No, other way. Rodgers is reverse Slappy. Rodgers isn't even right wing Slappy. He does not count. The guy who takes George Kittle and David Montgomery back to back can't even fathom Slappy. It's like, okay, if you think about it, man, it's not that accurate to the way Slappy functions, though. Maybe he is. Maybe Rodgers is the number 1. I don't know. Someone else on YouTube must have just went live because we just lost like 30 viewers. Someone else must have just went live. Dude, Rodgers is retiring to go work for the Department of Health and Human Services. No, Stefan, this is actually a great point. You really, this range of guys, that range of rookie running backs, the Hampton through Judkins guys, it's just like a lock that one of them ends up being super, super important for fantasy. Like, just like, it's hard for me to imagine a world where it doesn't happen. How far up does Bowers move if Raiders sign Darnold? Not that far. You still will be. You still don't get it after looking at this team. You're looking at a team of Brian Thomas Jr., A.J. Brown, D.J. Moore, Jamison Williams, Amarian Hampton, and Travion Henderson, and you still can't figure it out. Dave has done a lot of underdog drafts before, more than you would think. David Kitchen has been in the BBM finals before, actually. Oh my God, guys! If the other people in this room don't mess it up, we are about to get the literal poster boy of slappiness. Braun, don't take him. I'm begging you, dude. Do not take Jalen Warren right here. Come on, Braun. Don't do it. Braun 88. Take anyone other than Jalen Warren. The perfect slap team. Yes! Okay. Jalen Warren, that's your poster boy. Yes. There, you know what? Jeremy, that's a better example than I could have ever given. Stop caring about the projected scores and draft the shiny object. 100%. 100%. Rashid Shaheed, big slappy wide receiver. Yeah, there you go. We should pin this, actually. This should just be the title of the channel. Stop thinking about projected scores. And yeah, I mean, basically it's the guys who are relentlessly hyped up and never score any points. Basically. I mean, Jeremy just solved it for everyone. Also, it might just mean nothing. Certainly do not let me gaslight you, bro. Never let me gaslight you. And that's very important. All right, we got to 6,850 subscribers. I'll take it. 80 Mitchell, big slappy guy. Yeah. Darnell Mooney would be very anti-slappy. No slappy wants Darnell Mooney, but Darnell Mooney, good player, scores points. Yeah, they're good picks that are bad picks. Could be the Eagles parade is live. Could certainly be that. You never know. I always click my home screen just to see, but my home screen now is all bodybuilding shit and Football Manager. Dontavian Wicks was the Dontavian Wicks was the Slappy King last year. Could be Marvin Mims this year. So, oh yeah, definitely could be Marvin Mims. Wow, I missed out on that quarterback run big time. The left side of the board just ate that up. Oh yeah, I don't get a ton of time to play Football Manager, obviously, because I'm always streaming fantasy football drafts, but I watch a lot of Football Manager content on YouTube. Sean touts a lot of Slappy guys. Yeah, Slappy picks translate. That's a weekly winner ass pick, dude. The opposite of an eliminator ass pick. Yeah, that's a good way to think. That's an eliminator ass pick, bro. You don't need to you don't need to have played soccer to enjoy FM. I love Football Manager. Just like it's the best. All right, come on. Send it to me. Marvin Mims. See, like, I can't take Najee Harris in this one because Najee Harris is, Marvin Mims, baby. Let's go. How are you enjoying taking creatine, or do you feel better? Are you getting better sleep? Do you feel stronger? Does your muscles feel better? I bet you feel great. I bet you noticed it immediately, frankly. Oh, they really want me to jam. Yeah, Marvin Mims is like unreal slap city. I mean, it's crazy how slappy Marvin Mims is. All my quarterbacks are gone. So I'm actually going to do this, and I'm not even going to care. I'm going to take Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence is not really slappy, so I guess I broke the rules a little bit there. But all the quarterbacks are getting... Yeah. Yes, exactly, Andy. JMO, Mims, and Shaheed are all in my wide receiver room doing the Spider-Man pointing meme. 100%. Oh, let me tell you, Miles. Quarterbacks can be slappy. Justin Fields, ever heard of him? Slappy. Richardson, ever heard of him? Slappy. Jalen Milroe, slappy. Jackson Dart, honestly, I'm leaning towards being a slappy pick, frankly. I don't know if he counts as like a shiny toy. Yes, slappiness is definitely relative to ADP for sure. Drake May was huge slappy. Yeah, exactly. I mean, don't get me wrong, guys. This is A+. I am loving this team. This is the most fun I've had drafting a team all day. Well, was Bo Nix right or left wing slappy? Hard to say. Yeah, QBs do have such a no, that's the thing is the slappy element of the quarterback comes from taking quarterbacks who have really high bench risk at a position where the only thing you want is where the ceiling games don't matter as much. You know what? Fields and May last year. Were just insane high level slappy picks. I like this analogy. I like this analogy a lot. Brendan Rice, very slappy. How do you feel about playing a tournament that you do not max? I max the little board and the war rooms in slow. I guess, Michael, this is just my own mental illness, but if I know I can't max a tournament, I basically just won't play it. But that is bad advice. Like what I just said is really stupid and is not something that you should emulate, because the other entries do not change the expected value of your entry that already exists. So if you want to do 3 entries in the big board, do 3 entries in the big board. There's no reason to have to do 150. 43 yeah, I'm telling you, man. You're gonna feel great. You know what? I think I'm gonna change the name of the memberships. I'm gonna change the degrees of the memberships to left wing slappy, right wing slappy. That's what we gotta do, right? The YouTube, we gotta be the slappies. I'm about to make a huge slappy pick. Massive slappy pick here. It's just leaping off the page at me. I mean, it's punching me in the face. Isaiah Likely, the tight end 2 on his team at tight end 15. You can't find more slappy than that. No, dude, Likely is way more slappy than Colston. Colston Loveland went to Michigan. Just not a lot of sex appeal when you go to Michigan. Sorry for anyone who's a big Michigan person, but that's just simply true. Yes, Likely is such a kitchen pick. Yeah, Russ is the anti-slappy, no doubt. But I have another obviously fantastic pick because I don't even have to try for this. This is like breathing for me. Coming up with slappy picks is like I can do this shit in my sleep, bro. Likely going 70 ADP in a few weeks. Well, if they do move on from Mark Andrews, then yeah, that will definitely happen. Oh, come on, man. Come on. Let's go. Let me slap it up. Okay. Does not get more slappy than Anthony Richardson. I mean, come on. Anthony Richardson over CJ Stroud. Might as well slap me in the face, bro. I don't know. I think sadly Hollywood is a reverse slappy. Yes. Yeah, we are taking Jordan James now much more frequently. Andrew Brugler is you want to follow when the directional accuracy of Dane there. I mean, God, I hope it's me. I hope if there is a bigger slappy best ball streamer out there, I would be stunned. Peter is not a true slappy at all. Liam is not a slappy. Spags, I don't think is a slappy. Corraine maybe is a slappy, but he's also a millionaire, so it's hard to say. It's hard to call a millionaire a slappy, you know. So probably it's probably got to be me. I don't know. You guys tell me if there is a bigger. Well, Liam is a Bill slappy, sure, but that is not the same thing. Yeah, Peter is a market-based drafter. So he doesn't have the same sort of predilections that can ruin his season. I do know that Spags is a big Anthony Richardson guy. Yeah. He mega jammed him his rookie year, right? Well, let me tell you this, Tokyo Swan. Being a slappy was not the edge last year. Being a slappy was the single worst strategy that you could have used last season. Well, whenever Peter does have takes, they're right. McShay's updated running back list. Okay, big. This is big here. Genty, Hampton, Henderson, Caleb Johnson. Caleb Johnson ahead of Judkins. Pay attention. Scadaboo. That's interesting. Harry. Who's Harry? Jordan James, LaQuint Allen, Dylan Sampson, Brashard Smith, Damian Martinez, Devin Neal, DJ Giddens, Woody Marks, Trevor Etienne. Yeah, I've been assuming that Mostert will be released or retired at some point. Yeah, I don't know who that is. I'm assuming it's a Harris that I don't know. Harvey. Oh, that's quite high for Harvey. Harvey ahead of Jordan James and LeQuint and Sampson is pretty high. So that's interesting. All right. Well, we lost out. We lost out on Justin Fields. I apologize to all my fans. I apologize to all you guys. You deserve better than that. Let's keep the Slappy train going. Dontavian Wicks as our wide receiver 7. Wide receiver 7, Dontavian Wicks. Slappies are the herd of lemmings running towards the ledge. The best RB class ever narrative feels completely overblown. Well, I'll tell you this. There's not a ton of guys that are going to be, 8-year starters. But what there's a shit ton of guys that you're going to be able to plug and play in round 4 who... Okay, sadly, I want to take Rico Dowdle, but sadly, I don't think Rico Dowdle is Slappy anymore. I think Rico Dowdle has now graduated to being a good pick, and that's not really the thesis of what we're doing here. All right, Rico Dowdle was a Slappy pick last year. I'm going to grandfather him in. Rico Dowdle was a Slappy pick last year. He's grandfathered in. No, Ollie Gordon. So I think a key thing that we got to remember is that Ollie Gordon and his coach by the end hated each other. So a lot of what is going to be said about him, like Mike Gundy and Ollie Gordon, and this happened with Chuba Hubbard too. Mike Gundy is basically a really bad person who tries to tank the draft capital of his players. He did this to Hubbard. Hubbard almost transferred away from Oklahoma State because Mike Gundy was such a dick to him. So I'm gonna take all the Ollie Gordon stuff. Yeah, I'm a man. I'm 40. I'm gonna take all the Ollie Gordon stuff with a little bit of a grain of salt, because some of the stuff that these guys are getting fed from scouts and from the things that are getting told to Brugler and McShay are coming from Gundy and the Oklahoma State coaching staff, bad-mouthing their guy, basically. So that's bullshit, and I don't want... Ollie Gordon will probably be a day 3 pick. He'll probably be around 4 or 5 pick. But I don't think that makes him a bad click, if any of that makes sense. All right. So we have got Trevor Lawrence, fairly slappy. Anthony Richardson, super slap. Hampton, Henderson, Warren, Dowdle, slap, slap, slap. Brian Thomas, slap. AJ Brown, DJ Moore, def slap. Jamison Williams, slap. Sheed, super slap. Marvin Mims and Dontavian Wicks, slap to the moon and beyond. All right. I mean, it's worth noting. All this stuff is it's good information. You gotta take it in. You can't say it's nothing. Can't be bad at pass protection. Can't be getting your quarterback killed and shit. All right. Ready to take the number 1 slappy pick at tight end this year. Harold Fannin Jr. What if Kyle Pitts went to Bowling Green State University? Yes, I do. Yeah. Yes, I do. I hate Mike Gundy. I think Mike Gundy absolutely sucks. I also hate Oklahoma State, so that colors my opinion a little bit. I'm a big Oklahoma Sooners guy. All right, we need another slap running back. Oh, I mean, I was gonna take Javonte Williams. There's no bigger slappy fan base. I'm gonna take Braylon Allen. Braylon Allen's not as slappy this year, but he was a mega slap favorite last year. Yeah, what if Kyle Pitts was good? That's a great question. I honestly have no guess. I have no guess. Oh, come on. Come on. Gundy is a giant dick, Joe. Ooh, LaQuint Allen Jr. Okay. The thing is I just have no belief or faith that Guerrero ends up for sure being the handcuff in San Francisco. Jordan Whittington, super mega giga slap. Very, very slappy. Yeah. Braylon Allen, I could have done better there. It's I don't know if slap transfers year to year. If it does, then if it's once a slap, always a slap, then you definitely want it. Then Braylon Allen deserves to be on the team. All right, PFF blocking grades, blocking reports for running backs. You get it now. Oh yeah, don't get me wrong. Not a big Venables guy. Venables, this is true, Joe. Venables is from my hometown, born in my hometown, raised in my hometown, and his very first job was coaching my rival high school. And now he's at my favorite college and not doing a great job, frankly. No, Liam is definitely right. Liam is definitely right. The thing is that Guerrero is the sort of guy who is super likely. Guerrero is super likely to be the type of guy who plays 1 year and then gets replaced because he just doesn't do anything that well. Yeah, Warren and Loveland are too far apart, considering they're going to go like right next to each other in the NFL draft. Speaking of slaps, I mean, we were not going to escape a slap draft without LaQuint Allen Jr. Amarian Hampton, Travion Henderson, Jalen Warren, Rico Dowdle, Braylon Allen, LaQuint Allen Jr. Mega slappy room. We need at least one more tight end. Oh, I mean, we got to take Slaps and Dart. Why would we not take Slaps and Dart? Dude, didn't you hear the scuttlebutt from the Senior Bowl? I mean, I can't write a soliloquy off the top of my head, but what I'll tell you is that LaQuint Allen was the best pass-catching running back in the National Football League last year. All right, in not National Football League, in the NCAA last season. So he played for this kind of crappy Syracuse team. Let me pull up his receiving grades. Really good. All right, so he generated 1.3 yards per route run, which is pretty good for a running back. But he did that on 573 routes. So that's more routes than like some Ohio State wide receivers are going to get. He had a 79.9 receiving grade. He had a shit ton of slap. He had actually, this is crazy, over 20% of his routes came from outside of the backfield. So as a slot or as an actual out wide receiver, which is pretty crazy. And let's see, there's one other crazy stat here. He had a super high elusive rating, but I can't find it. All right, I gotta go to a different page. And he also is like an okay runner. 3 yards after contact on average. 23% breakaway rate is like not great, but it's not terrible. Basically graded as an above average player every year. Yeah. Super high dog rating. I would just say that. Dog rating off the charts, man. Yeah, very McKinnon-y. You don't want him running a ton in between the tackles. Kind of like what Samaje Perine became in the second half of his career. I think you could say that. That definitely works. All right, we got slaps and dart. Oh, I mean, come on. Nick Nash is the #1 slap late one. Yeah. At Georgia Southern, brother, before he was a Viking, before he was a 49er, before he was a Chief. Yeah, triple option quarterback at Georgia Southern. Nick Nash, super mega giga late round. If Nick Nash is a 3rd round pick, basically Zach should already make the ship chasing clip for him, and then Gunnar Helm. I mean, we have basically completed the slapfecta. What would you even change? I guess you'd get Genty over AJ Brown would make this the perfect slap occasion. But Brian Thomas, AJ Brown, DJ Moore, Jamison Williams, Amarian Hampton, Travion over Caleb Johnson, Jalen Warren, Rashid Shaheed, Marvin Mims, Trevor Lawrence, Isaiah Likely, Anthony Richardson, Dontavian Wicks, Rico Dowdle, Harold Fannin, Braylon Allen, LaQuint Allen Jr., Jackson Dart, Nick Nash, Gunnar Helm. I mean, boys. Yeah, could have taken Chase Brown over DJ Moore, but that is picking nits.
The Davis Mattek YouTube channel is made possible by viewers like you. Every subscriber, member, and super chat goes to ensuring Davis doesn't have to work at State Farm. Thank you.
All right, boys. That is going to do it for me here today. But if you guys want to watch another draft, you really need it. I'm going to be back. I'm going to be back with Soccer Dave in 30 minutes over on the Swolecast members only channel. So I will see you guys all there. If you made it this far in the video, please like the video, please subscribe to the channel, and thank you very much for watching.
It's Short King Summer, dude. It just feels like no one in fantasy sports ever learns anything. Does he mistime it, or is Brock Bowers just a grown man? Brock Bowers is just a grown man. Dare I say, Rich, football might be back. In the words of Lane Johnson, this offense looks